Hey guys, KFARR back again once again. So it is a crisp 4 o'clock in the morning. I tried to go to sleep and my body woke me up at 3, so here I am. This is the best way to use my time when I'm not sleeping. So this is going to be a video that gave me real vibes of someone I've been covering for the last 3 years who actually showed up to his daughter's guardian's house and tried to parentally kidnap her. Now, this guy seems like a stalker. He seems like a creep. He's going to say, oh, how bad the mother is. It's a child custody case, but it's not in court. It's on the side of the road. And apparently it's been on the side of the road for almost 30 days where the father's stalking his ex's new family. Now, if this video is not for you, feel free to click off. I thought it was interesting because how crazy and unhinged he seems and how chill the mom seems, and the officers already know the entirety of the situation because, shocker, this isn't the first time they've had to deal with it. I'll cut in when I need to cut in. In the meantime, I'll try to figure out where this took place because it wasn't in the description. Enjoy the video.
JJ, do you mind going inside for me? You're okay. You're not in trouble. No, do not do this to him.
What are you doing?
Come talk to me over here, not in front of them. Be an adult and come over here.
I don't trust you. Okay?
Okay. You're not supposed to be here.
I'm an American, and this is my right. I just talked to my lawyer.
It is not your day to be here. We're filing another stalking complaint against this location.
Fine. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. Who am I stalking?
All of them.
Who? I'm allowed to see my children. It's not stalking.
On your day.
Folks, Judge, for the record,
Jason,
I'm not
you
here
need
to see
to
Emily.
leave.
I'm here to see my boys. He's going to baseball. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to be there, and you're not stopping me.
You need to leave here, I'm telling you.
You're way outside your bounds.
You are not welcome to be here. You are now stalking this family.
No, I'm not. That's my family.
I am telling you that you are stalking them. Jason,
take me to jail.
leave.
Take me to jail.
You need to leave, Jason.
I'd rather you just take me to jail. I'm here playing football with my son in the street.
Today is not your day to be here.
I'm allowed in this street. Tell me the reason I can't be in this street right here.
I'm not saying
stalking
you can't.
would be
I'm
like
telling you that you're...
No,
it's not
stalking when you're open and notorious.
Stalking covers this as well.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
the lawyer just
it
said,
does,
This is
Jason.
blatant, outright, I'm here. I'm not hiding it. I'm not stalking.
I'm telling you to leave because you are stalking these people,
okay,
and you're going to end up going to jail.
Okay, I'll let you take me to jail. And I want this on the record. I want my kids to see this. Hey guys,
why do you want your kids to see this?
No, I do.
You do not want
because
your children
I'm here
to see
playing
this.
with my son. Okay, and I'm going to follow them to baseball, and I'm going to until the minute they leave, I'm going to stay right here, and then I'm going to baseball. And I'm going to be back at that house on Friday, and I'm going to be prepared to go to court for this. Okay?
Why
I'm not
are you doing
anyone.
this?
Because you're infringing on my rights as an American.
As you guys know by this point, I am a father. I caught secondhand embarrassment from this father. If this was my father and I was his kid, I would be embarrassed and never come outside. Now, if you noticed some backstory here, if you notice he's parked on the street with his hazards on, it's because he's trespassed from that apartment complex. Because he's stalking his ex-wife and his kids. Now, it's really annoying. A little bit there, he talked about, oh, I'm going to go to the house on Friday. That's the grandparents' house, the mother's parents' house, where the kids spend some time, which they're being stalked by him. This guy thinks that because he's standing in the street, he can stalk people. Now, I've had my own stalker show up to my house, and the police says, yes, XYZ. The stalking statutes for my state are very clear. If you show up 2 or more times and cause mental distress, congratulations, you're stalking. You can stalk people from a street. Again, he's been trespassed from the apartment complex, and now he thinks I'm standing in the street. It's my rights to stalk my ex-wife simply because I'm a nut job. He's going to go on and prove that he's a nut job. I just want to get to the part where the wife or the ex-wife starts talking, because I believe that she's in serious danger once this guy finds out the secret she has. You guys are going to enjoy it.
I am not. I'm telling you to leave these people alone, that you are stalking them.
You don't have the right to tell me not to be able to talk to my children.
I am telling you to leave
file the police
them
report properly
alone.
next time. Maybe I'll have a better chance in court.
I have filed multiples on you.
No, you didn't.
And I will file more.
Do you have children? Are you married?
Why does that matter?
I'm just curious, because your demeanor leads me to believe you
No, sir, you're a very frustrating human being to deal with, is why we keep going over this.
You know what?
It's because I keep telling you to leave this family alone, leave Ann alone, leave her parents alone, and you are still here.
On the record, anytime I'm here or at that house when I have not been able to talk to my kids on the phone, you are welcome to tell me and ask me, Mr.
what you
Pencil,
do, if you cannot reach your children, you call the police and we will make contact with them and make sure they're okay.
I'm going to come here.
You do not come here.
I'll come here and call you.
You are not.
I'm going to call the police before I arrive. I'm going to tell them.
And tell us what, that you're stalking these
No,
people again?
no, not stalking. That I'm coming to spend time with my children.
You're not allowed to
The
today.
situation has gotten to the point where you've been trespassed from all this property. Yes. You've been trespassed from that property. There's obviously...
JJ, keep a close eye on this, buddy.
It's obviously
reasonable
to believe that she doesn't want you here.
They
don't want you over there.
I'm in the street with my son. I haven't talked to her.
You guys have the court order in place for a reason, okay?
And she's not.
And when a person doesn't abide by the court order, the proper procedure is to go to court and follow up with it with your lawyers, okay? You showing up...
Hi, Rosie. Hey.
Random places...
Yeah, I'm trying to come see you guys because I can't talk to you on your phones.
Following your kids around, following your ex around is not the way to handle this.
I'm guilty of stalking my children when I can't talk to them.
It's not your children, sir.
They're my children.
Well, I understand that, but that's not who you're stalking, obviously. The mother is the one that doesn't want you here, correct?
I haven't seen her. How am I stalking somebody I haven't even seen? I'm here playing with my kids.
Yeah, but she knows you're here, obviously, or we wouldn't be here.
That's the thing. It doesn't care. I'm allowed to. This is America. I can sit.
So obviously,
if I
she
trust
can
this
see
here,
you.
I can throw the football into that grass where my son is, and I will do it. And look, I don't want to. I respect her. She has not been right. She's always casting judgments. I think she's poor at her job. I'm gonna stop and respect for you. Okay. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. I'm going right to the baseball game, but I'll be every day. And when I'm here and you come, if you're back, you can ask me to leave, and I'll leave. But I'm not going to be told I can't come here and say hi to my kids from the street.
Sir, I completely understand. I have children myself. If I was in your position, I would be upset, obviously. But this isn't the way to handle it.
Well,
you're very in a gray area. You're very close to committing a criminal offense.
No, you're guilty until proven guilty. Okay. I'll take this video and I will take this whole thing in front of the judge, and I already been down this road. Then I'm not gonna be guilty of a crime. What's going on here?
Okay, so again, everyone knows there's a father's rights movement that's trying to sweep the nation, if you will. Do fathers get the short end of the stick regularly? Yes, but as a supporter of that movement, you also have to realize sometimes there's pieces of shit like this. Turns out people like this exist. This person taints the movement, in my opinion. Again, whether you're pro father's rights, against father's rights, it is what it is. This guy ruins it for everyone. For mothers that want to say, okay, yeah, we're going to be nice to the fathers. They're great people still. We just can't be together. And for the father's rights movements who think men need more time with their kids, this ruins it for everyone. The fact that he's trying to shit on the female officer, you'll find out later. Again, this isn't the first time that these officers have had to deal with this guy. He's trespassed from several properties. It's just very frustrating to even listen to this guy. He is not just stalking his children where they live, at their grandparents' house, at their events that he's not supposed to necessarily be at, but apparently he's out in town following them to restaurants, to the store, and things like that. You'll find out later, I can't talk to my children. He has a time that he's allowed to talk to his children. I believe the mother said it's from 3 to 6 later in the video. He thinks that means the children have to talk to him the entire time between 3 and 6. Apparently the children can choose to talk to him between those hours. They're normally at their grandparents' house. But he thinks that the children should have to sit down and speak with him on the phone for 3 hours every single day. That's absolutely ludicrous. I don't spend but 5 minutes on my phone a month. I could not imagine sitting down as a child and talking to someone for 3 hours who's a nut job. But I've gone too far. We're going to get back to the video.
What I'm saying is 1 foot on this property and you are committing a crime. So I'm saying you're very close.
If the queen had balls, she'd be the king. You think I'm stupid enough to step foot on this property, sir? No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm actually highly educated, been to college. I'm not a dumbass. You guys deal with dumbass losers all the time. That's not me. My son comes out, we played, you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I never step foot on the property. Okay? I know what a property line is. I'm a general contractor. I set surveys back.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Okay. So.
But you see where I'm saying though, if it's gotten to the point where that's even in play, like you're trespassed from the whole property that you live,
that doesn't prevent me the right from standing in the streets, sir. It doesn't. Yeah. So it's a gray area. But until a judge tells me, or until you guys take me to jail, I'm going to continue to do it so that I can see my kids when I can.
Well, what's going to happen is she's started official stalking investigations, like she told you. Yeah. It's going to add every time we deal with you, and they're going to call every time you're out here. You know they will. It's going to add to that. It's going to add to that.
And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk in front of a judge and say, Your Honor, I'm here to see my kids. I'm not stalking anybody. And I've got all the videos showing.
Well, and that'll be up to the court systems at that point to decide.
Okay?
You know,
as long as you guys respect the civil matter versus a criminal one, that's all I ask of you guys as the police. Right? Just reserve the right to keep civil stuff civil and criminal criminal. Okay?
But you understand, interfering with somebody, harassing somebody, following somebody.
I haven't interfered with nobody. I have not interfered.
If you're here to the point she knows you're here, you're trespassing from the property. Okay, that's interfering with her well-being, correct?
No, it's not. See, that can be your opinion, and that can be Miss Butterfield's opinion. Okay, but it's the judge's opinion that matters.
Well, it'll be up to the jury to decide whether or not you're interfering with her life
jury,
or not.
They're going to really.
So it looks like I got my dates wrong. So the mother will confirm that this started January 3rd, I'm going to say, of the year of the body cam. So it would have been January 3rd of 2022. It is now March. So this dude has been stalking his own family for months. And I put it on screen. You're going to go to court for this, for stalking, hopefully. I haven't watched the whole video. We're 11 minutes in. It's 26 minutes. We'll get there when we get there. So in that time frame, you've taken all of these videos proving that you're stalking your family. What jury's going to say, oh no, yeah, it looks fine. No, any man with common sense is going to say, yeah, you're stalking your family. You need to stop trying to have control over your ex-wife and your kids. And every woman's going to be like, yeah, I would hate if my baby daddy, my ex-husband, my ex-boyfriend, yada, 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 would show up outside my house, my parents' house, get trespassed from both properties, and then think, yeah, the next logical thing is for me to just do this in the street. The jury's not going to look good. You're not going to look good for the jury. So I don't know why these people think, oh, the jury's got my back. Shocker, they won't.
But listen to me. Following somebody and harassing somebody is a criminal offense.
Sir, I'm not harassing her.
You don't think you're harassing. If I go ask her, is he harassing you? What do you think she's going to think?
Go ask her what I've done here today.
I'm sure that's what she's doing. And I heard the people at the last house, they definitely think you're harassing them.
Who people?
Her parents.
Listen, I respect you, man.
Yeah.
Because I know this is not easy, and you deal with all sorts of shit, and this is a civil matter, okay? And I'm ready to go to jail.
There's a civil aspect to it, for sure.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm definitely not stalking. I'm open and notorious here to see my kids. I've got it on record 100 times. So when a judge asks, you know, are you gonna show up and say I'm stalking? She's gonna show up today and say I'm stalking. When I clearly told her I'm not here to see that woman. I'm here to see my kids. Okay? Maybe I'm guilty of stalking them. Let's see if they can adjudicate me for stalking my children when I can't talk to them on the phone. But in the meantime, that's going to happen. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude because I'm not that guy. I just want my kids. I just want to be a dad.
I get it.
I just want to be a dad. I want, hey kid, how was your day? You know, how was school? You know, any problems at school? Do you have a good day?
And I get that. And I wish you two could work that out where we wouldn't have to be involved in this at all.
You can't with these type of assholes. These are a special breed of people that you probably don't know.
Yeah, but we are involved obviously now. Obviously, there's two sides to everything. We're not allowed to take sides. Okay, we have to be impartial.
So just respect civil and criminal, and that's all I ask. Because I'll sit in front of the judge and make my case.
Okay.
With these videos.
So this is the part that gets kind of heartbreaking for the ex-wife, the kid's mom in this situation, because it's going to go into the officer that was starting to talk to this crazy dude. She's going to transition to talking to her. Now, you're going to find out where she is in her life currently. So not only is he trying to control the kids, herself, the grandparents, and basically everyone, even the police officers on the scene, she has a secret that the ex doesn't know. Maybe the kids don't even know, just in case they don't tell the dad. She's 6 months pregnant. Now, that's another thing that he's not going to be able to control, and that's probably going to set him off. He seems like the most controlling human I've had to witness in a long time. Now, it's going to transition to her, telling her story. She seems like a sweet human being that's just trying to appease as many people as she can. Here we go.
Did you want to do something about this?
It comes a lot.
Okay.
Often at their request, I will say that.
Okay.
Because they don't see him otherwise. He's refusing to. I don't know if he told you his whole story, but he's refusing to take his legal time with them until I sign his petition.
Which is the outrageous one, similar to the last one? Okay.
It's the same thing. And he
Gotcha.
gives it to the kids, and they give it to
So
me.
you give to you. Okay.
So, and at their request, he comes to see them because they miss him.
Sure.
You can see they love
Makes
him
sense,
and
yeah.
they miss him. And I have a hard time keeping them apart from him when they have a relationship and love him. I feel like that's harsh and unfair.
Okay.
But these daily visits are awful.
So
for
he's
all
come
of
here
us.
every day for...
He was out of town for a week.
Okay.
So he didn't come
But-
that week.
right,
but
right.
otherwise he comes nearly daily. It's not consistent, but it's almost daily.
Since when? Do you remember how long that's been going on?
January 3rd.
Okay, since you were there.
I remember this one a couple times.
Okay.
Related to like late baseball things, basketball things, like sports things. So we've had him overnight a couple times.
Okay.
He has texted me over and over and over again. I will be every day at your parents' house. I will be here every night. I will make sure that everyone knows that you are not letting me see that. That kind of. He's just.
Right. And he sits out there like he's doing now?
Yeah.
Or does he come up closer ever?
He doesn't come up closer.
Okay.
Like I said, I do let the kids out, and I don't care if they play football, but I just feel like this is not a relationship you want to foster with your kids.
Right.
There's more to life. There's more to a dad than this. So
Absolutely. What is the times in the evenings he's allowed for the courts to talk to them on the phone? Is it
3 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Now, and that's another thing that he's always upset about because often from 3 to 5-ish they're at my parents' house.
Right.
So to make up for that, I allow the kids to talk to him on the phone all the way up until 8, 9 p.m.
Right.
I
And
do
it's
not
30
allow.
minutes, right?
Technically, I don't know
or
what
is
it
it-
says
okay.
time-wise. It just says between those hours.
Okay.
And my frustration with it is that I read it as the kids are allowed to call him during that time whenever they feel like it.
Sure.
He reads it as he's allowed unfettered access during that time every single day, no matter what.
Yeah. Do you want to press charges?
Can we talk about it without small ears?
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
want to know all the repercussions of what that
Absolutely.
means.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, I need to know what that entails and what that means because I would like to have peace in our evenings here.
Right, absolutely.
I think the kids should be able to see their dad. I don't want to see that taken away from them.
Right, but you don't want it to interfere with your
I don't
rights
want
either.
it to happen here.
Right.
There's no reason for it to happen here. He has legal time he's supposed to take with them.
Right. So my supervisor is coming out just because we told him to not be here, to not be there, and he's like, well, I'm coming back every day, and I'm like,
No, and he's proud of that.
I know he's trespassed
Honestly,
from here.
I would be going nuts if I weren't seeing my kids. I get that. I would be devastated for the kids not to see me. As
He
a
hasn't
parent.
taken his time either.
That's the issue that I can't
So
understand.
he wants his time when it's your time.
And normally, when you want a modification of your parenting stuff, you have it written up, and then if you don't go to agreement, you take it to court.
Court, right. Yeah.
I think he knows that court would never.
I don't know
overrule.
why. Yeah, I don't know why
So
we keep, or you guys keep, not necessarily, but you guys keep going with these injunctions and they don't come through. Yeah. Do we want to step inside, or do you want to come out this way further? or do they want to get in the van?
Do you guys want to go play with Daddy while he's here?
What a weirdo.
So we still got about 10 minutes to go, but let's break this down for a second. This mother is still willing. This guy is literally, by definition, stalking them. Her parents, the kids, and she's still willing to let him see the kids when he shows up. Which is shocking to me. She seems like a saint. Now we're going to get into her fears, now that the children are gone. And this is where it kind of reminded me of He Who Shall Not Be Named. Because she is scared that, yes, she's going to let them go play with him. But she's terrified that it takes 2 seconds for the dad to say, hey kids, get in the truck. Whew, gone. Never to be seen again. The kids will never come back home. That's what she's the most scared about. Which is a valid fear.
My fear is always that he's going to drive off with them.
Right. Yeah.
And he, at Rosie's request, he had them for her birthday evening. And she wanted to come home, and he wasn't going to let her. You know, it's just always traumatizing, dramatic.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
The truth is, I would love to press some kind of charges.
Okay.
I just don't want my kids to hear that.
Right. Absolutely. And that's what I assume, but I assume, like I said, my supervisor's coming out because he works right in the gray.
Okay.
And
I know he does.
stalking is something where we're here for now, and we can arrest him right now.
I will also admit that this part I don't want him to know, and soon enough I won't be able to hide it, but I'm 6 months pregnant.
Your parents told me about that.
It frightens me, you remember, maybe you don't remember, but I remember you were there for my oldest
I was at the
birthday.
restaurant,
At the
yeah,
restaurant.
I've been here a couple
And he had been
times.
chasing us around
Yeah.
town, and at that point I had told the...
I remember I had to like follow you home, but
Yes,
yeah.
and I had told the
I did
intended
follow.
parents back then, I can't do this for you
Right, yeah.
under these circumstances.
Right.
And then he backed off. He
The
took his
wedding or
time
mental
with
health or
them.
something, kind of. Okay.
Well, I don't know. He got married, and I think the wife convinced him to just try to take the kids.
Yeah. Is it the same girl from the restaurant? Okay.
Yeah, and things will calm in the fall.
Yeah.
Like, not great, but way better.
Right. It seems like he's coming back up now.
It's almost.
I think he showed up at their house like a week ago.
Yes, he's been there a couple times.
Okay.
He just texts the most manic things.
Do you have those text messages still?
Yes.
If you want to screenshot as many of them as you can.
I mean, I can just show you. It goes on and on and on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes on for a long time, and this is him always writing to, pretending to be his wife, and
So he's pretending to be as Christine or whatever her name is.
he always he often signs off, "Love always, Christine." Yeah, Jason will be having very long play dates in the street at the hostage camp every single day. That's over there.
Okay.
He will be keeping
that's
extra
fine.
close tabs on the kids now. Yeah. He's panicking that they're with his relatives that are from Indiana who
Okay.
were there that night at the restaurant.
Yes, I remember them. Yep. I remember. Yes.
They're nowhere in town. They're
yeah.
living their life.
In Indiana.
It's
Yes.
just one of these
That's
strange
his
things.
sister, isn't
It's
it?
his sister,
Okay.
and and his mother. He doesn't want them out
Do you mind taking the screenshots, or if you have the
Not at
screen
all.
record function, I'll send you a link.
What's the screen record function?
Let me go talk with him real quick. Do you want to bring the kids back inside? Because he's going to kind of ask him one question if he doesn't leave.
Hey guys, can you come back inside for a second?
So not only does Numbnuts not like his ex, I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably the new baby daddy probably doesn't like him, doesn't like her mother and father, and also doesn't like his own family. If everyone's telling you you're wrong, you're probably wrong. Like, this dude is the problem. But like always, he's going to say, oh, I'm being alienated for no reason, blah, blah, blah. I'm the black sheep. Everybody blames me for everything. You're literally recording yourself being the problem.
Hey guys, mommy's gonna try to take me to jail right now.
384 Delta.
I got her.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Sergeant Cameron. How are you?
Good.
Good. Have you been requested to leave this area by my officers?
Hey guys. We've been requested.
Yes, did they ask you
Okay,
to
what
leave?
area?
Right here where we're standing right
One
now.
second. I'm just reaching my phone.
Okay.
I gotta document this because I think you were one of the guys that was there for the
Okay. Put your
The
hands behind your back.
Guys, look! JJ,
Stop resisting.
take my phone, JJ! JJ, get my phone!
Stop
JJ! Look at this!
resisting.
Take my phone, JJ! JJ, get my phone!
Stop.
JJ! Look at this! JJ, look at this! Look at this! JJ, they're beating me up, JJ, look! Mommy! I'm letting go. I'm done. Guys, look at this!
Yeah.
Guys, look at this! Ow! 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 Video this, Cammy, get the phone. Get the
It's
phone
all on
video.
video. It's all on video.
Get a video. Get it. All right, guys, look, I love you. Have fun at baseball. Yeah, I know, JJ, look.
Stand up. Come over here. Come over here.
Hey, guys, this is what your mother does.
Come over here.
It kills me that this father, because he's not a father. He wouldn't, if you were an actual father, you would have not put your children through that. You would have looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I need to stop stalking my family. I need to let loose the control that I have over my ex, or that he thinks he has over his ex. And I need to figure my fucking life out. This is absolutely disgusting behavior by this dad. And then yelling for your kid, oh, look what they're doing to me. Look what mom's doing. No, motherfucker, you caused this shit. You've been trespassed from XYZ. The mother already said, and the officer agreed, that he was chasing them all over Kingdom Come, trying to stalk them at one point. The blame lies 1000% with him. And he needs to learn that. Well, hopefully he does in jail. There's going to be another 5 minutes, and we're going to watch it, and hopefully we find out the results of this arrest.
You up, guys? No. Come on. You know what? You go on between several and come on. I don't think you have.
Fair 9 was 15.
Glad you couldn't let you off my children. Glad you
You
did.
did that all yourself,
No,
boss.
thank you.
You,
I don't have children. Stay on the job, Officer Butterfield. You really served the community well tonight.
Just remember, it's all on video recording.
Well, so what? So what? You know what? I love to share with the judge that I think you are a horrible police officer. Bitter woman at that. Always have an attitude. Didn't even fill out police reports. You know, you're probably bitter that you're a police officer. I don't know. You probably don't like men. Is what I'm guessing. You had no right to arrest me right there. You know what? This is going to get kicked out by the judge. And you put my kids through that for what? You know what? I got it all on video. This doesn't hold up in court. You never asked me to leave. You were just trying to lecture me about my rights. You didn't tell me to leave. I got the whole damn thing on video. But let me guess, you filled out your police report well this time, right? With your high school degree? Why people don't like cops? People like you guys. One officer there had respect, and that was not you. No crime committed. You're taking an innocent man to jail tonight instead of going to his son's baseball game. I don't know how people like you sleep at night.
Oh boy, how do they sleep at night? Probably pretty well, because they just took again, he's innocent until proven guilty, but considering the fact that he recorded himself stalking his family, they probably are sleeping pretty well tonight. And now Big Baller here is going to start talking about how dumb and how poor police officers are because he's got some money as a general contractor. He claims that he's so smart. Clearly fucking not.
My ex-wife is a lesbian, right? Did she tell you that? Trying to pick my son up and she wouldn't turn him over. And you trespassed me. You're a horrible police officer. Horrible. So now I get to spend the night there. That's fucking phenomenal. You want to tell me what you charged me with?
Stalking. Resisting arrest.
Oh, I resisted arrest?
Yes, you did.
You're a joke. You know, like, really? You know I'm there to see my kids and I resisted arrest? You are good. Well, look, you know I got plenty of money. You see more money in my wallet than you make in a month. So you know what? We'll get a lawyer to get the videos. We'll do the dance. And you know what? Fine, I'll pay. But you know what? That's a joke. Resisting arrest? I went to pull my phone out to video you clowns, and that was... No, come on.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Probably guess that the resisting arrest charge came from when he was actively resisting arrest, not when he was trying to get his phone out, which took place prior to them trying to arrest him.
Oh, shit. We'll get a jury trial. We'll get a jury, and we'll put you guys to the test, okay? Not a criminal. Stalking? Who was I stalking today? Let's talk about it in the car. Who was I stalking, ma'am?
I've already told you multiple times.
No, tell me again. No, I'll check the video because I got 10 minutes worth. Who was I stalking tonight? My children? Their grandparents? The mother? Please tell me. Because we're gonna get you in the court. You know, it's gonna happen. You know, I do sympathize what you have to do to earn a dollar. I do. That was uncalled for. That was bullshit. You could have just asked me to leave, okay, and I would have seen you the next time that she denied me access to my kids. It could have been so easy. Oh, big tough cop. Let's arrest this guy in front of his kids. You know what? Go deal with a real criminal. Have you ever fought real crime? Wife beaters, drug dealers, you do anything real? We just do this kind of petty shit in Tyrone area, 33710.
All right, folks, that's what I was looking for. So he gave us a zip code, 33710, which is St. Petersburg, Florida. So I did some digging. St. Petersburg, Florida police. In their first year, they start out at $65,171. I'm assuming that's prior to taxes, but that's also prior to any overtime. So we're probably looking at closer to $80,000. Now, it goes all the way up to $106,000. And it even says right here, oh, my mistake. That's just for a master officer after their 13th year. Is $106,000. Police sergeants average between 110 and 123. Police lieutenants 130 to 142. Again, that's prior to any overtime. And it says right here, overtime is paid after working 40 hours in a week at 1.5 times your hourly rate. So do the math on that, if you will. The master officer I'm already looking at is $51 an hour. So they're probably making bank. The fact that he said, "Oh, I have more money in my wallet than you make in a month." I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one. I'm so glad he gave us a zip code. This dude's a fucking idiot.
I guess they don't have you down on the south side dealing with real crime. You know, my lawyer said, he read those reports, the ones that you did write. He said, she don't like you. He said, look, you know, she's a woman who don't like a man. That leads me to believe one thing. But I'll keep that to myself.
Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Yes, it was just stalking and resisting arrest. At the end there, the videos prove everything. I don't care how the officer wrote up the report. If the body cam video and his video are anything similar to what she said, he's living in fucking fantasy land. Like, again, you've been trespassed all over Kingdom Come. You've been chasing your family all over Kingdom Come. You're the problem, dude. Hopefully this ends with, and he never got out of jail again. Hopefully that's how it ended. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was long. It is what it is. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Peace.